Hey everybody, it's me, Jess, or Lunar Phoenix Custom Nails, and I'm just here today painting this awesome set. I've got this in 5 times. That's my first time doing a voice recording, and I suck at editing, so those are all out the way. Now you know. I am painting an oval with kind of a squarish bottom on it right now. This is going to be a mask for No Face, a character from Spirited Away from one of the Studio Ghibli films. And now I'm just doing some lines to start my spider webs. And I'm a little awkward with trying to work like that, but I am trying to learn how to keep the nail kind of in one place as if it were attached to somebody. And yes, every once in a while we'll be able to turn their hand over, so that's why I do that. Put the little lines on. You'll see me be unhappy with things and wipe them off, and that's okay. So I've got my Madam Glam gel liner paints, and I've just got my white and my black, and later I'll use a little bit of pink for a nose somewhere and the purple as well. Yeah, see, I didn't like that. Clean it up. So when I do my cleanup, I have this brush and I'll tap it into some wipe off solution, which is rubbing alcohol and a little bit of acetone, and then I'll kind of make it mostly dry. If it's not dry, it'll just smudge the paint everywhere. But if it's too dry, then it also will just kind of smudge it everywhere. So I'm working on painting all the white on that I'm going to do. Well, most of the white. And I'm doing that while these nails are sitting here cold. I'm using a thermal right now. And as they're cold, they are dark. So it's a perfect opportunity to paint all the white and be able to see it very well. I'm working on doing Kodamas. They are from Princess Mononoke, the little creepy spirit things in the woods. So I'm just doing little oddly shaped heads and little bodies and spider webs and getting those all on the nail. When I designed this, I did plan to keep most of the white towards the tip because the tip is going to stay dark most of the time. As a thermal, it's cooler on the tip of the nail. And I didn't like that, so I'm just going to wipe that off and try again. These nails were dipped with You Have No Power Over Me from Jerseygirldippin. I'll show those later. And done with Dipomania dip liquids, except for the ring finger, which I'm about to get to. That one I did black gel paint from Madam Glam. It's like a glass polish called Reality Check from the Pour Me a Glass collection. And it's like a black jelly. I used that and then dipped or poured over High Maintenance from Stellar Nail. And that's the glitter nail that I'm about to pick up next. There it is. Ta-da! Ooh, pretty. I was just trying to find something that would be a match without... Yeah, and that's my Jerseygirldippin. I freaking love it. So You Have No Power Over Me is like from the Labyrinth collection where she was telling, Jareth that he had no power over her. Yeah. It's like one of my favorite colors. You'll see the transition when I start curing these. They'll turn like a peachy pink. It's really pretty. So I'm working on another Kodama right here. I hope I'm saying that right. Doing a little head. For this nail, though, I did do the black glass, did a pour over of the glitter. Then I put some base coat on after I cured that and stuck on one of the big chunky glitters that comes out of it. And I just dipped it again, basically, but placed a couple of the glitters. And then I put some clear builder over that and filed and buffed it, and then put some matte top coat on there so that I could be ready to paint on. So that's what I'm painting over right now, is a layer of the Madam Glam matte top coat. And the paint is sticking to it nicely and it's not running or going anywhere. So for that one, I'm just doing like a little floating head with no body, and then one of the ones that's just like kind of sitting there knees to chest, because like those things are just like sitting around in all kinds of different positions. So I made a mess and I got my brush dirty in my hand and everything. You see me pull out a bunch of wipes and start cleaning stuff frantically. A couple of times I paused and cleaned some stuff up. At one point, I remember jabbing my arm into my brush, which was kind of ridiculous. So I'm working on the last finger now. That's the pinky. Popping another spider web on there, and I messed some stuff up. It was a little thick, so I took it and I cleaned it up and made it more straight. I had way too much coffee. I was so jittering. Apparently, nails in the morning isn't for me, but I popped up and I did these in like less than 2 hours right before I ran off to go to the dentist. Got fitted for my partials. I'm excited. Yay, I'm gonna have some teeth. But who cares about teeth? We're here for nails. All right, so I'm just like popping that whole thing in the lamp, I think. Yes, I did. And then I pulled it out, and now I'm starting to work on the black. They're a little bit warm right now. You can see they're kind of pinkish, and they're going back to cold. Now I'm working on my no face. I just did the tiniest little oval dots, and then I did the tiniest little lines under those. And then I did a little mouth, and then he's got a little line under that. And I'm curing it so I don't smudge it or wipe it off. And then now I'm gonna go and start doing soot sprites. So soot sprites are in all the Ghibli films. They're very recognizable. I feel like they're super iconic, and they're cute and kind of creepy. So I started with black dots in the size and roughly, well, not really, but kind of. I figured one was going to be way bigger, and then like a medium and a small, and they kind of came out more like medium, like large, medium, but whatever. And I'm just pulling those circles. I start by going top, bottom, left, right, and then do the diagonals of that like an X, so that I have a nice map of how far I want to pull them all out in a good like round direction. And then just start pulling little tiny strokes out from the center and around to make like a fuzzy puff. And so I'm going to go around and do soot sprites on. And then also do some dots with a smaller dotting tool that I'm going to pull a couple of into stars and leave the rest as just dots. And I'm struggling with my placement still sometimes, so you'll see me put some dots and try to make a star and then be like, ew, I don't like that, and take it off. It is what it is. All right, I'm working on No Face right here. And No Face is like a creepy, ghosty spirit from Spirited Away, and he starts out opaque at the top and then kind of like transitions to like a translucent shadow at the bottom. And like he shows up all throughout Spirited Away, all creepy, like just sitting next to people, unassuming, and then next thing you know, he's like eating people through his stomach with giant teeth. Oh my God, so creepy. I didn't do a portrait of that, but I should one day because it's really awesome. So I've got my liner paint and I'm filling in the top, and then I'm dragging it down, and I did the sides, and then I'm taking my cleanup brush and I'm kind of just smudging that black out. And then I'm grabbing reality check. I could not get my camera to focus. And I'm putting a little bit of that in there. That's that glass polish, so it is already translucent. And I put some on, but then I'm going to like still try to wipe off some of the excess and drag that down and make it even more translucent at the bottom than at the top. And it didn't come out super, super even, but it still came out pretty good, considering that I had never tried that before. And then, yeah, I'm doing my little dots and stars again and deciding I didn't like that one and wiped it off. Stars, I like my little stars. So creepy. So No Face is not finished at this point yet. We're putting the stars on. Our next thing we'll do to him is some lines on the face. But I'm going to go ahead and work on my middle finger first, because when I do that, I'm going to end up mixing up some purple. And then I will dilute that purple even further and then use it for the stripes on No Face. Because he's got like, it's kind of like a dashed line that goes from above the eyebrow down through the cheek over the eye. But there's a break where the eye is. and it's purple. So now I'm working on the middle nail. This one is my favorite. It's Jiji from Kiki's Delivery Service. So I started with a circle with a dotting tool, and then I kind of made it bigger, and then I tried to make it really chunky at the bottom. Then I come straight down into a nice slender little body because it's real skinny. And then I came up from the bottom and did like a rounded shape to make the legs on each side. Then we went from the bottom to the top with the tail, and then we came back down it to thicken it up at the tip. Then I'm going to pull some long, tall ears. Oh, I fill in the body first. Fill in the little thin body because Jiji is like a super skinny, tall, lanky black cat. And it's got these big, tall, like bat-like ears. So I pulled those ear shapes nice and tall, tried to get them evened up, and then filled in that inside part because the inside part is black. And then the outer part is two different shades of purple. The bottom part is like a dark purple, and then the top part's a lighter purple. Oh, I went ahead and I did my moon. I was trying to get all my black painting done at one time. So, put the moon on the last one. Takes me a while to get a good crescent. I'm super, super obsessive. I don't know if anybody else is. In my trial run, I had dotted the moon, and I did like 3 dots. But for this, I just went ahead and went for it. I was like over it at that point. I think I'm sticking those in the lamp in between while I'm painting this and cleaning it up. So I have a lot of layers going on and a lot of things happening at once. I was trying to be quick, so I wasn't trying to sit there one nail at a timing it, you know. Oh, I took out Shine Bright Like a Diamond, also from Jerseygirldippin, and I poured that over the moon just because I feel like that moon just looks really good, all extra shiny. Yes, I'm pulling all the other ones out of the lamp. They have been sitting down there. Okay, so I have this purple gel liner. It's a little dark for my purposes, so I'm going to take some and stick it on that little palette that's sitting back behind those nails, that purple thing. And I'm wiping some of the purple on there, and then I also put some white into it. And I mix up what I want for the ear, for the darker part of the ear at the bottom, and I go ahead and paint that, and then I put some more white into it, and I paint the top part of the ear. So I'm narrating this, and my cat is literally in the dresser over here. She's so cute. Okay, right, mixing more white in there now to get my lighter shade. Painting in the rest of the ear there. So cute. It looks really good. Then from there, I feel like I pop this in the lamp, and then I pick up No Face, and I very carefully, very gently try to do the lines on No Face. Oh, but I mixed more white into it because it was still just a little dark. His purple was much lighter, and I think I put a dab of black in there. I did, because it was kind of grayish purple. His wasn't as vibrant, so I put a dab of black and some more white and made it kind of like a lighter grayish purple. Showed the color there. And then very delicately, it's got like, it's almost like a little triangle over each eye, and then it swoops down the face into a point on the cheek. It's so small you won't be able to see it, but you'll see it in the pictures. I zoomed in at some point, yeah. And what am I doing? I don't know. Okay, here's No Face. I was trying to show you guys. All right, we have our Jiji back, and I'm going to pop a little nose on there with the pink gel liner. Yay, little nose. I feel like the nose was a little too big, but it happens. It could have been smaller. Then I'm doing the eyes, and I take quite a bit of care here to make sure that these eyes are the right shape and the right size to give the expression that I'm looking for. Because when you look at Jiji, it's such a simple character. And most of the character is the eyes, the shape of them, and what you get out of those eyes. So I'm trying to give like an oblong, heavier at the bottom, thinner at the top, kind of straight towards the center, but then rounded towards the outside. I feel like that's what it looked like in the pictures. So I'm doing my best to get that shape right. And then I cured that. And then I popped a couple of black dots on. Boop. And we have pupils. And ta-da! We have Jiji. Now I am popping eyes onto all my little soot sprites. Trying to make sure I get the right size dots. To do that, sometimes you'll see me dot and then I will dab the metal part that I still have on my paint to just test the size of that dot. Oops, I'm out of frame. Oh no. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing my stars and my dots on the moon nail. And let's see. I feel like after this, I don't put any stars on there, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just going to start outlining everybody. So I'm going to finish my outlines on my Kodamas. And then I'll go around and put the pupils on all the soot sprites. And at some point, I know I throw in some extras. Like, I threw in a soot sprite on this nail because I felt like it needed it. Outlining these Kodamas was frustrating. Trying to get super skinny thin lines and not make a big mess. And with this one, at some point, I know I like grabbed the top and smudged the whole top of the head off. I was like, why did I do this? And that's when I panicked, hit my arm on my brush, paused, cleaned everything up, and then came back like nothing happened. Wee. Yeah, fix the top of that melon. And then I feel like I smudged it one more time, but whatever. This one was weird. Okay, this is the one that's like squatting. It's like I was trying to outline these knees and not make them squares. And trying to make a tiny little round with this brush tip was just wild. Knees. Works on knees. 10 minutes later, still working on knees. No, it wasn't that bad. It actually didn't take that long. But this is in 5 times. Okay, so this whole video, without cutting it, it ended up being 2 videos because I guess after an hour, it just automatically became another video. It was like an hour and 40 minutes. And I was paused for maybe 10 minutes. So probably 2 hours. Now, if I was doing 10 fingers, I would definitely have a couple of just blank fingers that weren't so decorated. But it's just 5 nails, so of course they're all going to be extra. All right, now I'm putting the tiniest little black dots to give these soot sprites their pupils. Otherwise, they just look weird. And I have to give Kodama faces. Okay, so they've got uneven eyes, okay? They're never shaped the same. They're awkward. And then they have this tiny little, like, right between the 2 eyes. I guess it's like the bridge of the nose or the top of the nose. It's like the tiniest little swipe. That was so hard to do. And now I'm just top coating and I feel like I'm done. Boom. So we have cute nails. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you liked it. And I want to see if you guys can recreate them too. At least give me some soot sprites. Yep, top coat, and then I'm going to toss up a nice picture of them, nice and warm, fresh out the lamp. Definitely check out these dip colors. They are some of my favorites. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Oh, I sprayed it with some alcohol to make it cold so you could see it change.